Fire inside me blaze like a siren. Why would you try it? Wake up the beast, no I can't keep silent. I put my time in, now it's my time, your time is expiring. Blood, sweat and tears, I conquered my fears, I'm ready to fly now. I am the pilot, I am so polished, usually modest, but when it's the last time you seen it this stylish without a stylist, huh? It's been a long time, I've been on this road, I'm wrecking my mileage up. They don't get loud with us, cause they know we wild as fuck. We know they scared of us, no they don't care for us. They wasn't there for us, up in them trenches, hopping them fences, making the plays while they riding the
Two teams, one cup. Who will win? In one corner we have the relentless German Suicide Squad. Aggressive, success hungry and passionate. Season 1 champions. They will fight like a group of pissed hyenas. Desperate to win, but have they met their match? In the other corner, we have Division 1 champions, the unfancied ex-FIFA army founded in Sweden. In their first season, they took Division 2, and in the cup, they took the souls of many Division 1 teams. Can they win the cup? We will see. Let's get ready to play.
Hello and welcome to the WAPES League Cup final show, and we have got a fantastic show for you this evening. Along with the cup final itself, we will have highlights from both semi-finals involving Bette, Jalle and Suicide Squad. Firstly, let's take a look at how both teams got there. So let's take a look and see how Suicide Squad got to the final. In the group stages, you would think it would have been an easy task for Suicide Squad. They had Pro Evo Network, Academia and JPAL. They didn't, however, win the group. They finished second to Pro Evo Network, as you can see. But once they progressed in style, and into the next round they took on Fumax Patria, who they dispatched with ease. After that, they got a quarter-final spot against Vikings, who they demolished, and then that led us to the semi-finals against WAP Phoenix, and we're going to watch them highlights now.
So, Suicide Squad lining up in a 4-3-3 today with Fresh Like Me leading the line next to Kaiser. WAP Phoenix also in the 4-3-3. WAP Phoenix, this could be their last big game together as the team that you would recognise here, with lots of players leaving in the off-season. Cesar hits it forward straight from kickoff. Eno chasing, passing it back. Fresh Like Me, got to be careful there, and he scores right away. 48 seconds straight from kickoff, and that kind of defending is not what you would expect from last season's champions. Obviously, this team is not as confident as they were last season, and that is poor goal to concede. Coco plays it wide, big boss, nice skills, cuts inside, tries to shoot, doesn't get there. Steph plays it through, Oldie on great form, just wide. Light PES Captain Jack. Kaiser. All very good skill and take there by Kaiser. Comes back to him. Shoots just wide. Good block. Light PES. Captain Jack, middle of the park, playing very well so far. Kaiser takes his time. The big man tries the back heel. Renton in the way. Still gets through to Fresh Like Me. Paco Scott shoots. Saved by the keeper. Eno. Late on, 75 minutes gone here. Coco. Up the line to Steph. Steph chasing. Oh, very good work there by Steph's gone past the Trumpet King. Steph. All tries to get it in. Looks like it came off the defender's hand, but nothing given. Coco into the box. Comes to nothing. First game finishes. Suicide Squad 1. WAP Phoenix 0. WAP Phoenix with a lot of possession, but not really going anywhere. I think that's why a lot of the players decided to slip down to Division 2. Hopefully, so they can make their possession count against teams that won't be putting up much resistance. Foray there with a shot. And good save by the keeper. Coco. Caesar. Talismanic. Paco. To Fury. Ra keeps going. Oh, it's an own goal. It's an own goal. I think it was Light PES, but I don't want to cast aspersions on his character. But it's an own goal there from the near post. Good work there by Fury. And it's put in at the near post, and striker really would have been happy with that. Renton gives it away. Unlike Renton, that's Oldie. Coco plays it. Rick. Oh, nice turn there by Rick. Shoots, comes off the post, comes out to Oldie. Oldie hits the other post. Unbelievable stuff here. And WAP Phoenix have hit both posts. And very, very unfortunate there for WAP Phoenix. And unbelievable stuff. I get to see it again here. And as you can see, he comes off both posts. Probably Oldie should have scored that. I'm sure he would be thinking the same thing himself. Fury back to the goalkeeper, who pumps it back up. Goes over Renton's head. Paco turns. Fury takes his time. Very nice play there. It's good to be patient sometimes, and that is exactly what he did there. Brought the player into him. Kaiser back down. Fury floats it in. Light PES clears. Fresh Like Me. Captain Jack. And WAP Phoenix really need something here because they're 2-0 down on aggregate. They need something to happen. Ball's fallen to Rick. Edge of the box. Goes past one. Goes past two. Keeps going. Shoots and scores. And that's a really good goal there by Rick. And most people know him for being a mediocre defensive midfielder, but he's transformed himself into a striker, and I feel that's probably why he left WAP Phoenix, so he could play where he wanted, which is the glory hunting position of centre forward. And he has equalised in this game, but they've still got a little bit of work to do here today. Fresh Like Me been very good all season, but we've said it numerous times. It all comes through to Paco Scott. Paco comes to nothing. Paco. Renton. Good tackle. Plays it forward. Comes all the way through to Steph. Steph 25 yards out. Shoots. Saved by the keeper. WAP needs something here, or they will not be seeing the final of this competition. Fury through. Oh, Fresh Like Me. He's beat the offside trap, and there was a little bit of confusion there at the back for WAP Phoenix. Fresh Like Me shoots. Good save by the keeper, and you would have put money on Fresh Like Me scoring from there, but score he did not do. Coco plays it forward. Rick. Good tackle by Caesar, but ball's flopped to Rick, and it's Big Boss. Saved by the keeper. Steph with a corner. Floats it in. Clears. Big Boss shoots. Good save by the keeper. Fury. Oldie. Coco. Eno. Steph. Eno. Floats one over. Rick nods it down to Steph. This is a good play here by WAP Phoenix. Oldie boy shoots and scores, and that's a lovely goal there by WAP Phoenix. And if that's a goal that's decisive in this game and means they've gone to the final, they will be worth it because that was lovely play there. Good knockdown by Rick and then the ball across. Oldie finishes it with class, finesse and style, and it's WAP Phoenix 2, Suicide Squad 1, and that means there is a third game. There's been a substitution. Mose has come on for Kaiser. Oldie, saved by the keeper. This game now will decide who we see in the final. Paco Scop, cleared by Eno. Captain Jack shoots over the bar. Caesorium, Big Boss, back heel to Rick. Renton. Oh, lovely there by Renton. Rick, back to Renton. Into the box. Big Boss shoots. You expect him to score, but he hasn't. And the keeper has made an absolutely incredible one-handed save there. He was reaching with his hand like I would normally be reaching for a beer. And that was a good save. Lightpez nods it just wide from a corner. Lightpez normally deadly from corners. Oldie boy. Another good save by the keeper. And the keeper is really keeping his side in this. Ball drops to Eno. Floats it in. Comes out to Big Boss. Shoots and it's in. And WAP Phoenix have taken the lead. It's Suicide Squad 0. WAP Phoenix 1. And WAP Phoenix look like they're going to the final of this competition. 30 minutes to go, more or less. And Big Boss, known for shooting from the edge of the area, hits it first time, deflected past the keeper. And it's WAP Phoenix 1, Suicide Squad 0. Captain Jack with a corner. Mose. Oh, I think it was Empino who got it. Normally playing in goal, but he's not in goal there now. And it's an equaliser for Suicide Squad. WAP Phoenix 1, Suicide Squad 1. And this game, you can see, means the world to both teams. Corner again, Mose. Empino nods it past the keeper. And it's 2-1. Incredible stuff. It was a corner to the far post, nodded down, and Empino with his second goal of the game. And it's Suicide Squad 1, WAP Phoenix. Suicide Squad 2, WAP Phoenix 1. And it looks like Suicide Squad are going to be through to the final hour after a raid. Cuts it back. Paco Scop. And it's goal. It's 3-1. And Suicide Squad are through to the final of the WAPES League Cup. Absolutely certain, barring a miracle here. And WAP Phoenix, they whimper out of the cup. And half their team are probably going to leave after this. Steph plays it through. Can we see a miracle? Oldie into the box. Caesar clears. Comes out to Lightpez. Renton. Good block there by the defender. Coco tries to play it through. Oldie. Are we going to have some last minute drama? We have. It's Suicide Squad 3, WAP Phoenix 2, and there's about 30 seconds on the board here. And Suicide Squad are going to have to be careful that they don't lose it late on. Let's see what happens straight from kickoff. Here, Mose. Caesar. And that's all she wrote. Suicide Squad are through to the final. And Suicide Squad 3, WAP Phoenix 2.
So very tight stuff there. And as you can see, it took 3 games for Suicide Squad to finally dispatch of WAP Phoenix. So let's move on to Bette Jalle. Bette Jalle did very well in the group games. In fact, they finished on 16 points to top their group, and that was a very good points total. However, this was not going to be an easy route to the final, and we saw that as they beat Pass and Move 5-3 in the first knockout stage. After that, they took on We United in 2 very close games, but they managed to get through. So let's see the highlights for their semi-final as they took on champions PES Tiamo.
So Bette Jalle lining up in a 3-4-3, PES Tiamo in a 4-1-2-3. It's the champions of Division 1 against the champions of Division 2. Should be interesting to see what happens here. Bette Jalle, of course, already done well, but it's an offer for on goal and he hits it in the top corner straight away. And PES Tiamo have taken the lead in this semi-final. And the champions of Division 1 have been relentless this season. Win after win after win. And Iosanofra is integral to everything they do. He is a player that is massively important to PES Tiamo, and he has done very well there. Dredge Sense, league's best centre-back. Giban plays it through. Isaac, good save by the keeper, and it's cleared by PES Tiamo. Very, very good save that by the keeper. One-handed there by Astronautovic. 75 minutes gone. Lupo Fadabella. Lupo to Crix Pez. Crix Pez takes his time, plays it back. Lupo over the bar. That could have really made a dent in Bette Jalle's final hopes. Canino nods it down, cleared by the PES Tiamo defence. Isaac with a corner, floats it in, and Crix Pez comes with a ball to Iosanofra. He's got a lot to do here though as Iosanofra. Holds the ball up well, plays it through, and it's Crix Pez. He's on the side, he's one-on-one with the keeper, he's got a tough angle, and he hits the post. Lupe Valabella blocked by the defender. Harm clears up to Giban. Nodded off the ball there by Iosanofra, who gets fouled, but it's Lupo Valabella. Goes past his man, lovely skill there by Lupo, back to Iosanofra, who's saved by the keeper, and it's Cantalupes. It is PES Tiamo 2. Bette Jalle 0, and PES Tiamo have taken a 2-0 lead in this first semi-final leg, and surely they will not be denied from 2-0 up in the first game. It would take an incredible feat from the Division 2 champions to get anything back from this pair of games here. As you can see, it was very good work there by Lupo Fadabella. Isaac. Oh, plays it to Louis Burt. Good work, Giban. That could be vital. It's the 92nd minute of the first leg, and Giban has put the ball in to the net from a well-worked free kick. Isaac plays it to Louis Burt. Ball drops to Giban, who puts it into the empty net. And it's Bette Jalle 1, PES Tiamo 2. And going into this second game, you would think PES Tiamo would have to be favourites. But Bette Jalle are not a team that give up easily. Isaac, who actually scores, and Bette Jalle have got the opening goal here. It's PES Tiamo 0, Bette Jalle 1. And that could be a vital goal. It is now 2-2 on aggregate. Ididicus. Oh, no, he doesn't shoot. Isaac Giban. Good defending there by the PES Tiamo defender. Good at set pieces, actually, Bette Jalle. They're really being creative today. Isaac here with the corner. Floats it in. Oh, and it's in. It is in from the captain, I believe. Has nodded it into the net. And Bette Jalle, against what anybody would have thought could happen, are now 2-0 up to PES Tiamo, and they're leading on aggregate, but it's Iosanofra, and it is now 3-3 on aggregate, 2-1 on the game, and this game is really on fire today. PES Tiamo 1, Bette Jalle 2, and anything could happen. It's 3-3 on aggregate, and a long time to go here. Iosanofra doing what he does best there. Very, very calm finish with the outside of the boot. Malibu. Always cleared off the line. Cantalupes. Good save by Rick. Wonderful save by Rick. He's been vitally important this season for Bette Jalle. And that's why they're the Division 2 champions, because they're very solid at the back. And obviously a goalkeeper who is very, very talented as well. Giban! That is a lovely goal there. The ball 35 yards out. A little dink over the top, and Giban hits it on the half volley into the bottom corner. And it's Bette Jalle 3, PES Tiamo 1. Good save by Rick. Wonderful save by the keeper. There is only 2 minutes to go, and that is a great save by the free kick from Malibu. He's got another chance here. Malibu hits the post. Cleared by Harm. 89 minutes. And Bette Jalle need to hold on. If they do, they will be in the final with Suicide Squad. And that's how it finishes. PES Tiamo 1, Bette Jalle 3. And the final will be Bette Jalle and Suicide Squad.
So, two very, very good games there, and Bette Jalle really fought their way to get into this final against Suicide Squad. So, let's see what the players think of this game coming up. We're going to head over and have an interview with Kaiser, who's having a very, very good season for Suicide Squad. Hello, and we are with Kaiser, MVP for Suicide Squad. We're going to be talking about the upcoming final of the WAPES League Cup against Bette Jalle. Kaiser, how are you?
Good morning. Very good, Steve. Very good.
You personally, you've had a great season. Where has all this come from, Kaiser? Explain it to me.
I don't know, a bit of a strange one. I mean, last season I was playing kind of deeper midfield role. Start of the season, played a few friendlies, and Captain Jack had says, I want to try you up front this year, which was quite good for me. I was quite happy to do that. Played up front, and everything just took off. It was great. The team played well, scoring, passing, assisting. And then Balgate happened, and it kind of slowed us all down and took the wind out of our sails, so to speak.
Yeah, it was a weird thing, wasn't it? And trying to find a new Bal, trying to get your form back. I suffered terribly once the Bals changed. My form personally was awful. But you have really done well this season. In the Cup, 7 goals and 2 assists. You're only 1 goal, I believe, behind Rick. But obviously, WAP are out of the Cup. So you could be the Cup's top goal scorer.
Could be.
How would you celebrate that?
There's a few I'd happily just go right up to and go. But no, the thing about Suicide Squad, it's always the team, and it feels like the team, and that's always been me. If you create chances for others, they'll create chances for you, and it's kind of been like that. Very unselfish. Everyone looks to get each other in the mix and pass around and move and create and make space. So scoring this many goals and assists because of them, and vice versa. Freshie, playing up front with Freshie is amazing.
Yeah, he's a very good player. And the one thing you notice about Suicide Squad is you always have a lot of runners, a lot of players making space, and it's very, very hard to defend against. Briefly talk about the Cup run. You actually finished second in your group behind Penn, which probably would have been a bit of a surprise. But then you really hit your stride going into the group games. Was there anything that changed going into the group games, or?
It was. I think the end of the season was very, very draining. We've got such a small squad, so it really, we didn't lose many games in the league, but certainly trying to finish second really took it out. Because, like you say yourself, there was dips in form. People have dips in form. There was a spell I wasn't playing great, and then you get your form back, and others start kind of falling off the wagon a bit. But, the Cup run, we just thought it's something different. The pressure's off. We consolidated second in the league, and it was great. A couple of early group games, probably could have done better than I expected, but, it was one of these ones. We looked at our group, it wasn't too strong, no disrespect to anyone else, but we thought we should get through here. And when it got to the group stages, suddenly there was this feel, like we were at the start of the season, confidence again, everyone's playing well, and it just spread through. First game against Fumax, big game, we got through that. Vikings played them, and they come at WAP, and you shouldn't have to be pumped up to play WAP. It was a big game. We played them in the league and beat them in the league earlier. So it was a massive game for us, and we had our tactics, how we were going to play. We figured how WAP might play. Everyone wants to play a certain system and play a certain way, and it worked wonderfully. You can't make any mistakes in these games, and there's only one mistake really gave us the goal.
Yeah. And I think, and I don't know whether this is factual or not, but after that game, about 6 WAP players left and joined Penn United. So I don't know whether it was because
I knew that was going to happen anyway, didn't it? But
no, listen, I don't know. I'm only saying what I saw. You gave them a beat down, and then they all left. So maybe you're responsible for all these players.
I would love to take personal glory for that, but I don't think that was going to be the case. I don't think that was. Because imagine that, just put that on my badge, on my profile, destroyer.
Oh God, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
It certainly wasn't that. No.
So finally, what's your thoughts on Bette Jalle, and how do you think the game's going to go?
They've played very well. They've come through the top half of the group. They've won their division. They're there on merit. They deserve to be there. They've beaten PES, who's been one of the best teams in the league this year, and they beat them comfortably game 2. So we've played lots of friendlies against them. It's going to be a really hard game, absolutely. But I'm confident we've had a nice spell. You know, I'm not going to take anything away from them, but you know, we've got the players to really hurt them as well. And I think they're aware of that. We're aware of their dangers. It'll be a good game. I don't think there'll be much in it, but I think confident that we could take something out of this. I think we'll take it tonight.
Give me a prediction. Give me a score prediction.
Oof, 2-0 to us.
2-0. Okay, you heard it here.
In a minute when it's 2-0, I'm going to miss it.
All right, thanks for joining us, Kaiser, and good luck this evening. The game is coming up straight after this interview. Thanks for coming on.
No worries. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye. So
it's no surprise there that Kaiser thinks Suicide Squad are going to do enough to beat Bette Jalle in the final. But let's see what Bette Jalle, manager and captain, thinks about that. Hello, and we are joined by Bette Jalle captain, manager, hero. Actually, how are you?
Just fine. How about you?
I am fantastic. Congratulations on reaching the final. You actually topped your group, 16 points, a massive haul. How did the group go? You actually beat Division 1 Fumax in the group stages. Tell me about the group stages, how it went.
Yeah, so I think we played solidly from the start. I mean, we got out to a quite strong start, getting those 6 points against Fumax, which, like, I think we controlled the game quite well. Defense was solid as it is most of the time. Then we lost 2 points against Canela in games we probably should have won, but still, I mean, we had secured the advancement from the groups within the first 4 games, and we could quite easily grab the last 6 points in the final games. So a good performance all around. Only conceded 2 goals in those 6 games, so we were very happy with that achievement.
You actually had a really tough route to this final. I'm just going to give you some of the names of the teams you've beat along the way. Fumax Patria, Canela, PES Serbia, Pass and Move, We United, and then PES Tiamo. 4 Division 1 teams you beat along the way. And you're going to be a Division 1 team yourself next season, but that must surely fill you full of confidence before the new season.
I think so, and I mean, especially in cup games, I mean, we might not have the ambition to win the league every season or be like the best team consistently, but I think that we're always tough to beat. We're well organized. We have a solid defensive core, and that can, over 180 minutes, we can beat anyone at any given day as long as we play well. So I think that we really managed to get everything together pretty well, at least for most games in the run up to the final now. So we're very happy with that.
Again, congratulations on winning Division 2. Have you managed to keep the whole team together going into the Division 1 season?
I think so, yes. I think we currently have 15 players in our squad, and I haven't heard anything of one leaving at least. So it seems like everyone is still there, and then we're going to get one guy back who's been abroad for the past 6 months back in the squad. So it's a good addition with another player, but I think all of the team will stick together as for now.
Right, so one thing I want to address is there has been some criticism of Bette Jalle, and it has been banter by certain members of WAPES. Some of these members are actually management of teams that finished in the bottom 3 of Division 2. I have played Bette Jalle, and personally I think you play a good game of football. I just want you to address the criticism. What have you got to say to the critics?
The beautiful meme board that started. No, but it's all fun and banter for sure. And I think it's good that you can have a laugh about different things. But for us, really, it's not a matter of trying to play a specific style of football. We're obviously trying to pressure quite high and win the ball in good areas. But I think if you looked at the games we played both against We United and against Pestiamo, in terms of possession and passing stats, which is important for some of us, it was quite close. And I think it was even the match games. But usually I mean, in the end, if you want to score a goal, the objective is to get the goal in a position where you have a high probability of converting that into a goal. And if you do that with 1 pass, or if you do it with 100 passes, it doesn't really matter. So I think it's more about adapting to the situation. And sometimes we get to defend more and we play more on the counterattack. And sometimes we get to keep the ball within the team a bit more and create chances from there. So I think that, well, sometimes perhaps, but I think it's a bit exaggerated, the amount of long balls or whatever we play.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to note that some of the teams that are known for having a very short passing style have also had a mass exodus of players. WAP and Pass and Move specifically, both very, very stylistically purer football teams. However, they've both lost a lot of players in the closed season, so maybe playing that kind of football isn't inducive of good team morale. So tonight, biggest game of the season for you, it is the cup final. Give us a prediction against Suicide Squad.
It's always hard to give predictions in how the game is going to end, but I feel like the team is coming in confident. As you said, we've beaten some really good teams along the way, moving up to the final. So I think if we get we have some key points that we want to make sure it's working, and if we get those working, then I think we will make a good match with a good chance of winning also. It has been a bit unorganized in the defense, I think, in the last couple of rounds. But obviously we've been saved many times by Rick as well. So having the greatest goalkeeper in the community obviously helps out quite a lot. But I think that if we can get a few points going, setting the pressure as we want, then I think we'll come out on top.
Brilliant. So thanks for coming on, and good luck this evening. And of course, good luck next season on your Division 1 campaign.
Thanks a lot.
So we've heard from both camps, and both camps are confident going into tonight's final. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the game. Let's head over to the commentary team. Bette Jalle against Suicide Squad, the final of the WAPES League Cup. Enjoy. And here we are in the lobby waiting for this cup final. This is a very, very important game, and we are starting very shortly. It is going to be Bette Jalle taking on Suicide Squad, two teams that are from opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of where they were last season. Suicide Squad, long-standing team in the WAPES League. Bette Jalle only come over from FIFA, but they have taken Division 2 by storm. They will finish the season as champions, and deservedly so as well. So, tonight, the big night, let's see which one of these two teams is going to take the spoils here tonight. Obviously, the most important thing here is to see if we can not get a problem with the connection. That would be a miracle on cup final night. So pray to the Konami gods that it works, and let's see what we get tonight. And we're in, ladies and gentlemen, and this could be the start of something special. Suicide Squad would probably be favourites going into this match, and deservedly so, always in the top three. They've won Division 1 before. This will be their first time to win the cup. The same could be said for Bette Jalle. We're going to take a look at the lineups shortly. I expect Bette Jalle to be lining up with three at the back, which they're famous for, and that'll probably be Harm, Joaxley and Dread Sense lining up at the back for Bette Jalle. That is, of course, speculation, as so far we cannot say for certain who is lining up for where for these two teams this evening. One thing we do know, Bette Jalle going to be wearing the black kit, Suicide Squad going to be wearing the white kit. That is going to make it easy for us here. Suicide Squad taken home game for the first one. This is a two-legged game here. Bette Jalle, remarkable how they got to this position. They did, of course, beat 4 Division 1 teams on their way to the final. As you can see, the lineups, the formation for Bette Jalle does look something that you would expect to see straight out of my club. However, everybody knows left and right wing forwards are preferable to using left and right midfielders. They will actually more than likely be lining up in a 3-5-2. It does, however, look like a 3-3-4, but it won't be. You can take that to the bank. And they are both in their new kits as well. Suicide sponsored by Nike. I'm not sure how much money they got for that, but it must have been good. They're both actually wearing the special WAPES League Cup Edition shirts. Obviously not available for fans, unless you want one custom made, of course. I think we've gone on a long time. And here we go, we're about to kick off. And this is going to be an exciting game. Isaac obviously playing that AMF role for Bette Jalle. And he's been vitally important for everything Bette Jalle have done this season. He's been remarkably good at AMF this season and has really, really been a key player. Bette Jalle, of course, they've had their criticism in regards to how they play. But for me, they play good football, they play attractive football, but they also play very high-pressure football. It'll be interesting here because Suicide Squad are also known for their high-pressure tactics. So I'm expecting to see 2 teams here that are really going to press the ball hard. So if you like it hard, you're in the right place tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The WAPES League Cup Final is about to kick off. And of course, it's very important before you start a game, it is vitally important to have a pause at the start. Kaiser is going to be kicking off tonight. As you can see, Kaiser does look quite a lot like Steve on PES if Steve on PES had AIDS. He's like an older, slightly worse looking, less tanned version. Gibbon plays it back. Canino. Harm. Playing it round the back here. Just starting off. There's a few jitters on my screen and I'm hoping you guys at home aren't getting that dread sense. To Bash playing on the left of midfield and Paco Scop harassing the ball there. A lot of players in their own half here for Suicide Squad. They're sitting back, obviously don't want to concede too early on. Cesorium breaks up the play, that's what he's known to do. And Captain Jack takes it down the line. Normally plays AMF, Captain Jack. That's a good through ball though to Kaiser. He is wide, so he's going to have to take his time. Steps back, crosses, and cleared. Ididicus chasing, comes out to Sid, plays it to Paco Scop, up the line, and R.R. Fure. Paco Scop tries to go past Nicio. Nicio having none of that and tackles him, and we've got a slight pause. Hopefully that might make the connection just a little bit cleaner for me here. Hopefully it's good for you guys at home. And there's a chance here. Breaks to Kaiser, shoots into Rick's hands, and that's the first real chance on goal we've seen here tonight, and that's after 7 minutes. Ball up, Gibbon nods it down to Ididicus. Plays a through ball, Isaac chasing, floats one in, Gibbon. Sid clears, good clearance, Dread Sense. Back into Bash, and Gibbon tries to get his head on it. Doesn't quite happen, comes out to Harm, down the line to Louis Burt. Little bit of pressure here for Bette Jalle, and they'll be happy with the way they've started here so far. Puts it across, but it's a poor cross. Comes out to Dread Sense, who for a centre-back is very, very high up the field. And I'm not really sure if that's a tactic or not. Makes me wonder, maybe Dread Sense is playing at DMF tonight. No, kind of goes back to the centre-back position. Harm. Isaac. Nicchio. Takes his time, nice and calm. Well played there by Nicchio. Dread sense. Little Dink tries to get it forward to Ididicus. Nicchio heads it down. It's a scrappy game in parts. Obviously, there's a lot of tension here, but it comes out to Captain Jack. Little Dink through ball. Kaiser trying to get on the end of it. 7 goals in this competition, which is remarkable for a player who most people would describe as average. Good shot there by Fresh Like Me. And it's just over the bar. I think the keeper may have got his fingertips to it, and he did, and it's a corner, and Captain Jack to take the corner. Kaiser at the far post, looks an obvious target. Kaiser, good clearance there by Harm. He saw the danger, as did I, and as did the viewers at home. Paco Scop. With the throw-in, 16 minutes gone. Into the box, comes out to Paco Scop. Paco Scop. Dread sense. And that's going to be a goal kick as it comes off Paco Scop for a goal kick. Rick, very good goalkeeper. Possibly goalkeeper of the season in Division 2 last season. Of course, we have to give a special mention there to our very own Butterfingers. Also an exceptional goalkeeper. Trumpet King, back to the keeper. Fuma Terry James. Picks it up, RR4A, Kaiser, drops deep, plays it through to Fresh Like Me. He's quick. Oh, he's very quick as Fresh. Oh, he's very quick. Good work there by Harm, who initially got outpaced, but managed to keep his calm and get back to do what he had to do and dispossess Fresh Like Me when Fresh Like Me was in a very good position. Bash, Lubert. Captain Jack with a header, comes out to Canino, the ever steady defensive midfielder. Nice little flick there to Louis Burt. Back to Canino. To Louis Burt. Back to Canino. Having a lot of touches here is the DMF, but he's given it away there to Sid. He did, of course, play it forward. If that was me, I, of course, would have played it laterally or backwards. Fresh Like Me dispossesses the defender, and Fresh Like Me going into the box, plays it back. Kaiser! Left-footed, just wide of the post, and that was a good chance. The defender initially did well, but the ball did drop to Kaiser, and Kaiser, left-footed, has put it just wide. Close game this, but I have to say, Fresh Like Me is looking very, very dangerous for Suicide Squad. And Empino, a man who was normally known for being a goalkeeper, but has recently decided to venture further afield and try and make his name as an outfield player. RR Fure. Lil Dink, Captain Jack, tries to play it through. Good defending again by Bette Jalle. Of course, Bette Jalle have one of the best defensive records on the whole of the WAPES League. They line up with 3 at the back and Canino in front of them, and they are very, very solid. So if Suicide Squad are going to break them down, they're going to have to do something very, very special indeed. Nicho chasing. Plays it up the line to Bash. Ididicus. Oh, lovely ball there. Gibana's chasing. Oh, he shows a good turn of pace there. Sisorium close him down, and it's a corner for Bette Jalle. And you get a feeling that corners could be decisive here tonight. The game, of course, is over 2 legs. But let's see. Obviously, corners can always make a difference in these very, very important games. Ididicus from distance. It was worth a try because you don't want to lose the ball in that position. Long kick. Suicide Squad have plenty of players centrally there. Dread Sense tries to play it up the line. Unfortunately, just runs out of play. Sid with the throw in here for Suicide Squad. Bash tries to play it inside. Captain Jack claims. Vitally important, Captain Jack. Very important player for Suicide Squad, and I'm sure he'll be looking to win his first WAPES League Cup, as would anybody on the pitch. Kaiser looking for the nod down, but Joaxley gets up there, gets in front of his man. That's very, very good work there by Joaxley, and Nicchio clears up to Bash. Ball not quite sticking here for Bette Jalle. The passes don't look too far off, but the players don't seem to be able to control the ball adequately when it comes to them, or the ball is not quite going. We're talking a game of millimeters, and when a team like Suicide Squad are obviously able to press you how they do press you, it does become difficult to play the game in the way that you want to play the game. Corner, Captain Jack. Oh, that's a good corner, right on the 6-yard line. And Louis Burt comes away with the ball, though. Isaac plays it forward to Giban. Got a bit of space, but that's a terrible touch. I get the feeling that that is his Wi-Fi. Kaiser, little dink, tries to harm, who clears. And although Bette Jalle started the first half of this game very well, the first 20 minutes or so, it does look like Suicide Squad have really growing into this game. In the last 20 minutes of this first half, Suicide Squad are really starting to push the pace. Sid with the throw-in, looking long for Kaiser. Ididicus clears, and the pressure continues here for Suicide Squad. Bette Jalle not quite able to get out of their half at the moment. They'll probably be looking forward to half-time where they can possibly regroup. Third throw-in on the bounce. They're slowly making yards up the field. Plays it in. Captain Jack never going to get there ahead of the centre-back. Bash. Giban. Lubert. He's got Isaac running over on his right. Finds him. Isaac. Is he going to take on the Trumpet King? No, he tries to float one in looking for Giban. The big, powerful striker who is well known for scoring with his head. And I think that's what they're looking for here. Louis Burt takes control of the ball. Very nice there by Louis Burt. Little back heel. And Isaac tries to swing it in. And again, nothing comes from that. They're not quite getting these crosses past the first man or into the box, which is very, very unlike them. But that's a good ball there by Louis Burt. The referee has called a foul, but he played it in. And let's see if the referee brings it back. He doesn't, but what he does do is he books the Suicide Squad defender. I'm not too sure who that was, but we may find out. Yes, it was the Trumpet King who got a yellow card. So he's going to have to be careful now. He's got Isaac on that side. He can't make any rash challenges. Canino tries to play it into the box, and it's cleared. Comes out as far as Joe Axley, and Harm goes back to the keeper, and that was the right thing to do in that situation. So at half-time, it's Suicide Squad 0, Bette Jalle 0. Not exactly a game for the purists, with both teams struggling really to get much better than a 50% pass completion. However, both teams pressuring, and we will see how far this brings us. If you're out there, you're watching the game, feel free to comment. Let us know how you feel about this game. Who's going to win? Who is vital for this game? Who could be the difference in this huge game we are watching here? Not been a game of the highest quality so far. One thing that we can say, though, is that both teams are trying. Coco is feeling wet at the moment. I can only assume that is from joy. Both teams taking their time during half-time, making sure they get their oranges in and their vitamin C. The last thing they want to do is to rush this half-time break, come out and end up giving away an early goal in this very, very important game. Everybody knows if you concede early goals to Suicide Squad, things can end in tears, and they can end in tears very quick. So the second half is underway, and it's Giban to kick off, and he plays it back to Joe Axley, who plays the My Club-esque ball long up to the top, and it was expected, and it was cleared up nicely. Captain Jack reciprocates that by playing a long ball, which Fresh Like Me doesn't get his head onto, but Kaiser managed to pick up the pieces for a Fresh Like Me. Good save by the keeper, Rick 33. Very, very good save. And he hits it long, looking for Gil Barnes' head, and that's what he finds. Dread Sense. Nice little ball there. First time by Dread. Dredd gets the ball back again. Tries to play it forward, but Arafure is dispossessed by Ididicus. Paco Skop plays it forward. Kaiser goes past his man, and it's Kaiser's one-on-one with the keeper. Oh, it's I want to say it was a good tackle, but it wasn't. It was a horrific tackle, and that is a free kick, and we know that Captain Jack steps up to these and could very well bury this. And I don't believe there was a yellow card there, which is really quite incredible that nobody was booked for that tackle, because the tackle was, of course, quite malicious, but they've nearly scored from the corner. It was a wonderful save by Rick Empino, plays it back. Kaiser with a back heel, Arafure, and the game has really sparked into life. It's like Suicide Squad were angry at the temerity of Bette Jalle for that foul, and that really seemed to spark a fire inside them. Then they had some quick chances in succession, but Bette Jalle now have the ball, and Harm plays it forward. Captain Jack, little dink forward. Paco Skop being hustled by two, but somehow comes away with the ball. But Dread Sense is having none of that. Plays it forward to Giban. Still 0-0 in this game. 54 minutes gone. Both teams hovering around the 55% pass completion. It's not going to be known as a game of high quality, but whoever wins will not care what the critics and the pundits say, of course. They will only be interested in the silverware they're holding in their hands or wearing on their heads like some kind of trophy hat. So, goal kick for Suicide Squad here. We've been bereft of real chances, but that's up to Kaiser. Nods it on to Paco Skop. Dredd tries to get involved. Captain Jack plays it forward. Fresh like me. Arafure moves into the box. Low pass. Paco Skop. Blocked by the defender. Captain Jack over the bar. And it has to be said, Suicide Squad are certainly looking the more lively. But the one thing we do know about Bette Jalle is they will fight until the fight is over. This trophy means a lot to everybody involved. 26 teams started this cup. Only one will finish it. Louis Bird, unlucky there by Ness as it came off his back heel, but he's managed to recover the ball. Comes out to Dread Sense, who hits it very, very high over the bar. And you're seeing there Caesorium and Dread Sense both having 6 and 7 interceptions respectively. And that is a vital, vital job. Kaiser cleared by Harm. Caesar doing his role very, very well here is Caesar. He's just sitting there and cleaning up. Isaac plays it wide. Louis Burt. Oh, nice there by Louis Burt, who's already knackered after 62 minutes. Dredd. Dink ball over. Ididicus chasing. Not going to get onto that one, though, unless he sprouts 3 extra legs, which I don't think he's going to do. Suicide Squad really have had a lot better of the chances at this point in the game, but after 63 minutes, it's still 0-0, and that's all the fans of Bette Jalle will be interested in. Louis Birds. Louis Birds. Good tackle there by Caesorium, was having none of the mess. Ididicus intercepts the ball. Playing at CMF today, Ididicus. He has actually been at CMF all season. I have accused him previously of being a defensive midfielder. That isn't the case. Bash! Just into the side netting, and for a second it looked like it was going to fall sweetly onto the blonde locks of Giban. It didn't, but Bash was waiting at the far post and he's hit it into the side netting. But that was a good chance there against the run of play for Bette Jalle, who look to be coming into this a little bit more than they have been. Giban, good back heel there by Isaac. Trumpet King on a yellow, of course. Plays it long. Canino nods it down to Louis Burt. Plays it through. Zizorium. Up the line to Fresh Like Me. Captain Jack takes control. Not quite. Excellent work there by Canino. And Isaac, I think he saw his mum in the crowd. He's kicked it out. I'm sure there was a reason for that. Trumpet King down the line. Kaiser. Nice play by Kaiser. Plays it in field. Arafure. Plenty of players back. Captain Jack's got the ball. Joe Axley, the two captains fighting toe to toe, scratching and biting to try and do something for their team. And that was a battle of wheels. And as it came out, Joe Axley came out on top, gave away the corner, and then the corner was saved by Rick, who's going to look long to Gibbon, as is customary, and Gibbon gets his head onto it. Ididicus doesn't get there. Arafure clears. Back up to Bash. Dread Sense tries to play it back to Bash, but was well covered there by Arafure and Paco Scop. Double teamed, unfortunately, there was Dread Sense. Isaac. Fresh Like Me. He's given away a foul there, Isaac. I didn't think it was, but the referee did, and that's more important than what I think. Unless, of course, we're talking about the price of fish, and then my thoughts are infinitely more important than the thoughts of the referee. Plays it long to Gibbon. Dread Sense. Little dink. Bash chasing but tired. Dread has the ball again. Back to Nichio. Bash. Gibbon. Isaac. Ididicus. Good play here by Bette Jalle. Tries to play it through Canino. Up to Ididicus, but Sid intercepts. And the game seems to have turned slightly in the favour of Bette Jalle here with 12 minutes to go. Ididicus. Arafure fighting. This is a very combative game here between two teams that are very well known for their fighting spirit. Back heel, very nice back heel. Tries another one there for Isaac, who is running through but couldn't quite get there. And it's Zorium with the ball. Plays it. Nice little pass there up to Paco Scop. Isaac has the ball again to Louis Burt. Louis Burt plays it down the line. Ididicus, but tackled there by Ness, who gives the ball away, but it does get through to Fresh Like Me. Captain Jack, nice little step over. Canino cleans up. And we have to say the defenders and the defensive midfielders of these teams tonight have been exemplary so far. I have to say Canino and Cesorian both doing a very similar role for their opposing teams, both cleaning up before the ball can get to the defence. That looked like a cynical foul there. And while I was singing the praises of Cesorium, of course, with the cynical foul. But if it helps his team, I'm sure he thinks it's worth it. Joaxley plays it high into the box looking for Canino, but it comes out to Ididicus. Shoots, comes off the back. Dread Sense plays it down. Louis Burt floats one in. Close to the keeper, but Gibbon was lurking as well. And Fuma Terry James hits it long. Kaiser gets something on it, but I think Bash is going to get there first. Plays it long to Gibbon, who nodded it down. Paco Scop. Dread Sense. Plays it forward to Gibbon. First time to Bash. To Ididicus. Crossfield pass. That's a wonderful pass there to Louis Burt. Plays it back inside there to Dread Sense. Lovely little reverse ball. Ididicus takes it off the foot of Gibbon. But the ball is bouncing around here. Isaac shows a little bit of close control. Shoots over the bar. The game has swung into the favour of Bette Jalle in the last 10 minutes or so. Louis Burt with the most impressive pass completion for Bette Jalle with 12 out of 20. Ididicus. Isaac goes round one. Plays it forward. Louis Burt chasing. Cesorium clears. Vital work again there by Cesorium. Isaac to Louis Burt. Louis Burt tries to cross. Trumpet King gets in the way. Canino tries to play it back to Louis Bird but gives it away. Joe Axley with the ball. Plays it back. Dread Sense, Nichio. Looking more comfortable here than they did at the start, Bette Jalle. And it's finished. Suicide Squad 0, Bette Jalle 0. And the first leg is over. And the one thing we know is it wasn't exactly one for the fans here. A lot of passion. Not much quality, unfortunately, here today. But I feel that it might improve for the second game. They both know what they can do now. And who doesn't like to see a good fight? Dread Sense with the man of the match there with the 7. Well deserved as well. Really marshalling the play very, very well. We're going to move on to the second game here. We're just having a little look through all of the players. Dread playing at DMF. Put in a very, very good shift there, did Dread. And I'm sure the whole team will be helping her celebrate after the game. If the second game is a draw, we will move on to a third, which I'm sure the assembled crowd will be delighted to hear that the possibility of a third game. So we're awaiting the final result just to come into our matchmakers here tonight. And let's see if the second game can bring anything about. I think the one thing that we can all agree on is the first game was a game for the DMFs. It was a game for the DMFs, and the DMFs really did what they had to do in this game, performing very, very well, getting tackles, sliding when they needed to slide. They were always there, they were playing hard, and sometimes the game has to be hard. So we're just going to confirm now to see if there will be penalties or not. I don't think there is. I think we're just literally going to go straight into the scenario of a third game, which I think I speak for everybody here. Nobody wants to see. The quality on show tonight has been more of a defensive quality as opposed to a quality of anything else. Gibbon is saying extra time, so we might get extra time here, which I think is what we all want. However, we are waiting for clarification. So yes, we're going to go with extra time and penalties. This should be interesting, and we might get a little bit of excitement here if we do get extra time and penalties. Although I've got a feeling that was a feeling out process in the first game. Neither team really wanted to give much away, and they didn't give anything away, which was admirable from that point of view. I'm expecting the teams to line up in the same way again. Bette Jalle with a 3-2-3-2 or a 3-5-2 with the 2 DMFs. Suicide Squad more than likely to line up in a 4-3-3. They did start the season in the 4-4-2, so it's interesting to see that they moved to the 4-3-3 because they did start the season very, very well indeed. So it'd be interesting to know why they changed, but that, of course, is at the manager's prerogative. Yes, Popcastle out there has said that they do play 3-6-1 at times, and yes, they do. Yes, they do indeed. Gibbon is the head of the Tiger, that is Bette Jalle. The first game finished 0-0, so the second game, all the eggs are in the basket. All the spoils are there to be won. Bette Jalle at home this game. And this game is to take the cup. We have extra time. We have penalties. And I think Bette Jalle will probably go for the black again. Although maybe Isaac didn't feel lucky in the black. And no, he has not gone with the black. He's gone for the yellow and blue. He knows what he wants to do. That was the quickest game plan I've ever seen. Loaded and go. Kiss, kiss. Bang, bang. Good luck. Have fun. Customary on the WAPES League. Of course, we play here to be competitive, but we also are here to have fun as well, and that's very, very important. VXCM PLX says Dread has a floating role, and yes, floating between players at the end of the game is the role of the Dread, and that is something we can all look forward to later in the evening. So Bette Jalle are going to be playing in the black kit here in the middle of winter. They are, of course, a Nordic team, and as such, they will be used to the cold weather. And I think that they're trying to put off the players of Suicide Squad with the winter weather. And it's something that we've all tried. I'm surprised that we haven't seen the length of grass changed, which also happens in these scenarios. Game's about to kick off. They're picking their players now. Isaac, of course, taking his AMF just on the right there next to Louis Bird as well. And this game is for the gold. Whether season makes a difference is one of those things that some people believe in and some people don't. Some people will tell you you have to play in summer. Some people will say it doesn't matter. Some people say it makes a difference. Some people, of course, will disagree. Myself, I can confirm that I would rather poke myself in the eye than play this game in the rain. It does slow everything down, but some people like that. I do know there's a player out there called Nico Nicholson that will only play in the rain. He will only play in the rain. So when he does a skill, you fall over. Maybe that's the thinking here for Bette Jalle tonight. We'll find out soon as we kick off the second leg of this final of the WAPES League Cup, and we're underway. Joe Axley plays it long up to Ididicus, who gets nothing. Canino plays it back to Bash Nichio. Back to Joe Axley. Got the gloves on. Of course, it's cold. A few of these players wearing gloves here, which surprised me. I thought the Scandinavian flavour of this team would mean that they'd be a little bit more comfortable in this winter weather. However, they've got the gloves out. So let's hope. Gloves out. Loves out. Let's hope we get a good game here. Giban. Dispossessed there by Ness, who clears the ball. Giban with yellow gloves on, which is a risky fashion statement, it has to be said. We've gone for a textbook pause. Very important in these games. And it's Isaac with a throw to Louis Bird. Plays it back to Dreadsense. Goes back again to Joe Axley. Not wanting to give anything away. Tries to play it long. But it peters out. Goes straight to the goalkeeper. And it's high and long, looking for Kaiser, but doesn't get there. Harm comes out to claim the ball, and claim it he does. Dreadsense with the interception. Had a lot of interceptions in the first game, and already got one this game. And that's a vital role. A lot of people only want to play in attacking roles, and they don't understand the intricacies that comes with being a defensive midfielder. Defensive midfield is a vital role, and if you play that role as well as Stephen Pez, who does always complete at least 90% of his passes, that can really keep the ball moving for the team, and is probably more vital than playing striker in some circumstances. So Nichio, left-footed, looking for Lubert. Trumpet King comes out, and it goes out to play. And the first 10 minutes of this game so far has been torrid. A lot of pauses, a lot of long balls, nothing really happening. And we can only hope that the next 80 minutes is better than this. Trumpet King plays it long, looking like fresh like me. Canino gets it, comes out to Captain Jack. Giban, Cesorium, plays it back to Ness. And Pino. Oh, Ididicus intercepts it with his bum cheek. It's come out to Arafure. Captain Jack plays it up. Kaiser, Paco Scop, Isaac, Joaxley, Louis Burt. Louis Burt shows a bit of pace, but Cesorium, again, talking about that defensive midfield role, and Cesorium has broken up the play there twice. Unfortunately, gave the ball away twice as well. But as a DMF role, if you're playing that Robbie Savage role, expect the Robbie Savage passing as well. Giban has been disconnected. He is, of course, on his neighbour's Wi-Fi, and I'm not sure what we're going to do here. We might restart this game, so I'm going to apologise to the assembled crowd. Canino has gone, Captain Jack has gone, Fresh Like Me has gone, and we will hand it over to the crowd because this game has been abandoned due to a coronavirus scare in the crowd. Calpatore says he didn't realise this was a Steve Wankoff stream. All the streams are that, my friend. All the streams are that. So we are going to be waiting for Gibbern just to knock on his neighbour's door and ask them to stop watching Netflix. And hopefully we'll be back to the game shortly. I know his neighbours are very, very accommodating. Maybe they changed the password accidentally, or maybe one of the children turned off the router, which does happen, it has to be said. Also a possibility, his wife is watching some hardcore on the TV, which in turn is sucking all the Wi-Fi out of the building. So we're waiting for Giban. Like a true consummate professional, this doesn't put me off. It does make me wonder what time I will be going to bed, however, because I am quite old. I'm not quite as old, of course, as Kaiser, but I'm nearly there. And this is a very late night for me. But I think we're going to be here shortly back to the game. We're all awaiting the news from the Giban household as to what will happen in this final of the Cup. If anybody wants to donate, don't donate to me this evening. Donate to Giban's internet service provider. Nicho had a nap this afternoon in order to be able to play this evening, which is very, very wise. I wish I'd had a coffee before this commentary gig. However, I wouldn't sleep and I'd be pissing like a racehorse. For anybody who's joining us who's not on the WAPES site here tonight, it may look quite strange seeing an empty screen. I do apologise for that. But if you're interested in 11v11 manual team play with 74 to 73 rated players, feel free to join us at the WAPESLeague.com. I might be making that address up, but it's definitely WAPES League somewhere. Google it, find it, join us on the Discord, start playing the game. I'm running out of things to say now because it's been 5 minutes with no action. I could sing a song, but I'm not going to. Not at this point. Again, if anybody would like to donate to the host this evening, buymeacoffee.com/Steve on PES. Coffee, beer, anything you like, throw it at me. I'm always very appreciative of it, of course, in this recessionary times. And we're back underway. Timbo will be rejoining Provo Network, which is huge news. I think Timbo knew he wasn't quite good enough for Hogo Bonito, and he's come back to his spiritual home. So it'll be fantastic to be playing with Timbo yet again, who was, of course, a hero at Penn FC, because he's probably one of the only players that can tie his own shoelaces. Timbo and me will be fighting for the role of DMF. No, Timbo will be playing further up the field than that, I am sure. Timbo, of course, a great player, and you heard it from me. Penn FC have said they are going to finish above Penn United next season if they're still called Penn United and not WAP Reserves. So we move on to the game. It's coming up shortly. Let's all pray for Giban's Wi-Fi. Our Father, who art in heaven, Kanami be thy name. Give Giban this day his daily Wi-Fi so we can play this final. Lead his neighbour not into temptation, for thine is the glory, the power, and all that good stuff. There we are. So we've prayed to God. Let's hope that Giban can finish this game, and let's see who wins this WAPES League Cup final. You would think it would be pretty quick, and it was, and we are straight back underway again. We are 90 minutes away from finding out the winner of the first WAPES League Cup. Of course, it could be 105 minutes. If this is a draw, we go to extra time. Giban is nervous. Hands are shaking. Says Jukoi. Joining the wrong party, which admittedly we've all done. There's nothing worse than when you join the party and you just sit there in silence. And we are back underway here. It's winter time again. Let's see if they've still got the gloves on. Bette Jalle against Suicide Squad, the final. Nicchio, Joe Axley, Canino. Normally they play it long to Giban, but I think they're a little bit too worried to test his Wi-Fi at this stage. Harm plays it long. Arafure intercepts, comes out to Sid, plays it up the line. Good work there by Nicchio. Shepherds it out of play while staying secure. Bash, Canino, Isaac, Harm, Louis Bert. Tried the first time, doesn't quite get there. Back heel though, Giban with his gloves and his Wi-Fi. Plays it to Dreadsense. Searching ball to Bash. And it's a corner, I think. And a corner is as good as a free kick. A lot of big men in the box here. Isaac floats it in. Giban. Cisorium clears. Bash comes out to Captain Jack, but Isaac dispossesses him. Plays a low ball to Louis Bert. He plays it back to Canino. And Bette Jalle have started this match well, and they look confident, which is how they finished the last match. And Louis Bert dispossesses Ness, but then hits it wide. And that is a guilt-ridden chance there for Louis Bert, who could and should have probably done better than that. 10 minutes in, we still have Giban, so things are looking good. Harm. Louisbert. Plays it forward to Ididicus. Down the line to Giban. Giban is looking very, very quick. That could be the frames we're missing. Louisbert floats it in. Isaac there, but he's not a tall player. It comes out to Fresh Like Me. Trumpet King. Hits it high, looking for Kaiser, who nods it down to Captain Jack. Captain Jack takes his time, cuts inside, tries a reverse ball. It doesn't happen, and it's Shepherd out of play. And 10 minutes gone. Not much happened so far. But Bette Jalle have the throw-in. Goes back to Harm. Little bit of pressure by Fresh Like Me. Louisbert hits it at Giban. I think that's because he got disconnected last time. And Louisbert was unhappy with that. And he's kicked the ball very, very hard at him there. Sid plays a long ball. Nichio. Well covered. Heads it clear. Isaac. Rolls it out of play. I'm not sure who's aiming for there. And he got a sarcastic well played from Dreadsense, which, of course, we try to avoid that kind of thing in the mixed room. As it can sometimes ruin team morale. Ididicus. Bash. Isaac. Canino. Playing some tidier football than what we're used to here. Bette Jalle. Cleared by Sid, out of the box, and Suicide Squad really need to put their foot on the ball here, because so far they haven't really done anything so far. Nichio. Isaac. Louisbert. Lots of space, plays it back to Canino, the right thing to do, takes his time, back heel, Louisbert again. I think Bette Jalle are trying to show that they can pass the ball when they want to pass the ball. Captain Jack plays it up to Kaiser, but it's cleared and it comes straight to Ididicus, and it's Louisbert. He's taking on the Trumpet King, floats it in, Giban floating on clouds. Doesn't quite get there. Kaiser does though, nods it down to Fresh Like Me. They've got runners now, but the ball's out of play, and Suicide Squad have really not got their eye in the game so far. And at 20 minutes in, it's 0-0. Bette Jalle with 71% of the possession, which nobody would have thought would be possible, but it is. And Caesorium had basically said, fuck this, went through the back of Giban. And why not? Because sometimes you need to do something to try and change the momentum of the play. Strangely, that wasn't even a foul there for going through the back of him. Captain Jack. Kaiser. Not having his greatest of games for Suicide Squad this evening. But to be fair, it's very, very difficult playing as a centre forward when you've got three centre backs. And he's done all right there. Nearly got to it. The ball's come out to Sid, and Suicide Squad finally putting a little bit of pressure on Isaac. Didn't want to give away the foul, so he backed off, which is probably the right thing to do. Kaiser turns, gives the ball away, and the ball has been reclaimed here by Isaac, and he's going up the wing here, and they've got a 4-on-5 situation. Isaac on the left, plays it through to Ididicus. Ididicus, Sid, Paco. Up to Kaiser. Turns, takes his time, tries to play it forward, doesn't quite get there. Intercepted, and Nichio plays it forward. Oh, that's a lovely ball there, and Bash is free here on the left. What's he going to do? He's looking for Gibbon, but Empino clears. I think if Bash had a little bit more confidence, he would have took that on to have a shot. I know I would have, but he went for the cutback, which was probably the right thing to do. But sometimes you have to bet on yourself. You don't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. You have to be in it to win it. If you don't take a ticket, you don't win a prize. And it's Louisbert, Isaac, Dread, quick passing here. Ididicus, Isaac, Giban holds him back with the strength of his neighbour's Wi-Fi. Harm, Ididicus. Oh, plays it to Bash, nearly gets there. And it has to be said, Bette Jalle are looking the better team here in the first 30 minutes. But We've yet to see a goal in over 115 minutes of football here. Nicchio. Isaac finding space. Ididicus. Oh, very nice turn there by Ididicus. Intercepted by Sid. Comes out to Dread. Quick pass. Plays it forward. And again, quick pass to Giban. Cesorium. Nicchio. Dreadsense. Dinks it forward. Giban nearly gets his head onto it. And both teams have got target men, but both teams' target men haven't really provided the target that you would have wanted for them. But Giban here is chasing, and he's on the wing, puts it in, and Ididicus has a shot, comes out to Louis Burt, turns. Good save by the keeper. Giban has done very, very well there. And it had to be saved by the keeper, and it was a good save. But it's still 0-0 here. 3 players jumping for the ball. And I would think the Suicide Squad, at some point, they have to realise that pumping it forward against these 3 centre-backs is probably not going to be the most intelligent thing to do. They keep doing it from goal kicks, but they're winning very little up there against the 3 centre-backs. And you would think at some point they would start playing it short. Paco Scop. Looking for Kaiser. Good play by Kaiser. Plays it back. But again, cleaned up by the Bette Jalle defence, who are oppressively good. Oppressively impressive. Oh, good ball there to Louis Burt, but he's offside. And he wasn't far offside, because there was a player on the right-hand side. I think it was Arafure, who was very, very close to keep him onside. And Bette Jalle have really been putting it on Suicide Squad this half, although not really creating as much as they would like to create. As I said, they should stop punching it forward. When they punch it forward, then it works. Of course, that is the commentator's curse, as we like to call it. Kaiser, of course, has scored 7 goals in this competition. If he scores 1 more goal in this competition, it looks like it could be enough for them to win the competition. Bear that in mind. Oh, and he's nearly run through there, but the defender has done amazing work clearing that ball. Trumpet King with a throw. Dread Sense. Great header. Clears it. Ididicus. Louis Burt. Giban looking wide. Looks quite pacey for a big guy. Nearly keeps it in. Doesn't quite, though. And Trumpet King with a throw in. Throws it towards Kaiser. But Isaac, the AMF, is back there doing his defensive work as well. Dread Sense. Good play there. Up to Bash. Didicus. Long ball. Louis Burt. That looked awkward for a second there, but Ness judged it well. And at half-time, it's 0-0. Suicide Squad have a under 50% pass completion, and they have had 35% possession. So I'm not sure what everybody's thought is on that, but it wasn't what I was expecting here today. So we've had 3 halves of football, and it's still 0-0. Nobody yet to breach the goal, and Suicide Squad, their fans, must be very, very disappointed to see the way that they are playing this game here tonight. The first game, they look quite good, but this game, it has to be said, has been slow. Let's see where we go from here. Suicide Squad, of course, can play better, and they'll be hoping, and their fans will be hoping, they do play better as you go into the second half. Bette Jalle, though, you can't take anything away from Bette Jalle, because they have been playing very, very well this game so far. A lot of people suggested that Bette Jalle couldn't pass the ball, but they have proven that to be completely wrong in this second game this evening. Dominating possession with 65% possession and a much higher pass completion as well. Cesorium plays it long, and that's another missed pass there for Suicide Squad. Louis Burt intercepted by Arafure. Cesorium plays it to Trumpet King and Ness. This is what Suicide Squad need now, is some lateral passing and some relaxing passing, but not like that. Unfortunately, Empinio didn't do the right thing there. Gibbon cuts it back. It was a bad touch, and it looked like Gibbon was through, but the touch just let him down. And now Suicide Squad are breaking away, and it comes off the heel. We hate that animation. Tries to think it over, but it's Ara Fure. The pressure is still on here. Oh, the ball is bouncing around the box. And that was dangerous there for Suicide Squad. I would assume in their party they've decided they need to put on more pressure in this game, because as of now they have been dominated. And Suicide Squad are not a team that want to be dominated. It's going to be very interesting to see where Bette Jalle go next season after winning Division 2, and they have actually been unbeaten against Division 1 teams in the Cup. Be very, very interesting. Could they be title contenders? And from what I've seen tonight, you would have to say they're going to be very, very hard to beat. It wouldn't surprise me if we started seeing more teams playing 3 at the back because of how hard they've looked to beat. So, Trumpet King with the throw. Launches it forward. Cleared again by Bette Jalle. Comes to Ididicus. Takes his time. Nice play there by Ididicus. He took his time and just didn't panic and still managed to pick out the pass. Isaac. Dreadsense. Good shielding. Nichio. Bash. Good play there. Skiban. Back heel. Plays forward there. Isaac looking for Bash, but Cesorium doing his defensive work as always. Dispossesses the ball, and it's Nichio. Down the line to Bash. Oh, lovely reverse ball there to Gibbon. Got Isaac in the box, but Captain Jack clears. A lot of pressure here by Bette Jalle, who will rightfully feel that they've had the best of this game so far. But the most important score and the most important stat is the stat in the top left-hand corner. And it's Bette Jalle 0, Suicide Squad 0. Fresh like me down the line. Plenty of room, plenty of space to run into. Plays it low, Captain Jack. And it comes off Kaiser's face. And it looked to me like that was definitely on target. It looked to me like that could have gone in. But unfortunately for Kaiser, and unfortunately for Captain Jack, it's ricocheted off Kaiser's face. He's probably been one of the best strikers this season in the WAPES League, Kaiser. But unfortunately, these 2 games have been very, very tough going against 3 strong centre-backs. Canino. Gibbon. Reverse ball. Empinio clears. Nichio, very good defending. Always there when he needs to be, Nichio. Ididicus. Isaac. All dispossessed there by Cesorium. Doing a great job this evening breaking up the play. And like I say, all of the defensive players tonight can really say they've put in a wonderful shift. And they have. They can all be very proud of what they've done over the course of these 2 games. Because you don't go 2 games, 11v11, without conceding in goal unless you know how to defend effectively. And that is what they've done here tonight. Bash. Paco. Nichio. Bash. Plays it inside to Isaac. Through ball. Gibbon chasing. Bash. Oh, Empinio plays it back to the keeper. And that was a very, very important second touch there by Empinio. Because it looked for a moment like that was going to end in tears. Back to the goalkeeper. Rick's been excellent all season. Plays it long. Gibbon chasing. He's looking pretty tired, is Connor Wixlick. Has a second burst of energy there. Plays it long, out of play. And it has to be said, I think Suicide Squad could break a record for least completed passes in a game if this continues. Ididicus, Dreadsense, floats it in. Gibbon in the box. But he's gone for a walk when it was easier to do something there. Louis Burt turns, hits it against the player. Isaac, fresh air kick. And Canino takes out the player there for Suicide Squad, and Canino is well within his rights to do that. As a DMF gets one of those tackles per game, everybody knows that. Trumpet King with the throw. 70 minutes gone. Captain Jack puts it in. Isaac, Ididicus coming away with the ball. Ididicus plays it to Bash. A little bit too much on that, but he does the right thing. He just puts his foot on it. Nichio, hospital pass there for Nichio. But Ididicus got it back onto Bash. Plays it forward to Giban, who is chasing. Bash cleans up. Plays it across the field to Canino. Into Giban. Trying to barge his way through. But there's a lot of players there for Suicide Squad who seem to be happy just to hold on to this result here. And Joe Axley has the ball, does the right thing, takes no chances there because he was being closed down by Kaiser, who looked like he had plenty of energy there. Captain Jack. Louis Burt. Hits it long to Giban. Gets up but doesn't get it. Harm. Giban. Captain Jack. Little dink. Comes to nothing. Louis Burt. Giban. They've got a little bit of space here on the left-hand side with Bash. But he's closed down and he's pulled down. And the game now is getting a little bit fruity as the players know what's at stake. And with 15 minutes to go, nobody wants to be the player to make a mistake in this situation. Long ball into the box. Giban trying to head it. Comes out to Isaac. Back down to Louis Burt. Very good composure there by Isaac, but the ball comes out to Trumpet King. 1-2 there. Fresh like me. Has it down the left. Plays it up to Kaiser. Very, very good play by Kaiser, but he's just nudged off the ball, and that's a foul for Suicide Squad. And Captain Jack is going to pump this into the box. Somebody chance to become a hero here in the 79th minute of this cup final. Captain Jack floats it in towards Kaiser to clear the ball, and it comes out to Louis Burt. Is anybody really going to take this by the horns? Isaac here on the right hand side takes it one step too far, and it was good defending by the Trumpet King, who plays it forward to Harm. Back to the keeper. Rick had to be quick there. Pumps it up to Giban, who heads it down to Isaac. Nice play again by Isaac. Looking very good as Isaac in a very difficult situation in a game, really, where both teams' defences have been on top. Cesorium has the ball. Ididicus chasing, but he's kind of dug himself into a small hole there, but he was relieved to see the ball not fall anywhere bad. Paco Scop. Outside curler, Trumpet King plays it up the lines. Fresh like me. Are they going to come away with something here? 5 minutes to go. Fresh like me into the box. But Canino doing a great job. Captain Jack dispossesses him. Nearly plays a through ball there to Kaiser, who nearly makes it. Doesn't quite. And this Ididicus up the other end. Louis Burt. Isaac. Both teams really have defended in numbers, and that is why it's been so hard for both attacks to really make something happen. Isaac plays it across. Nothing happening. And Kaiser nearly gets on the end of that. Dread. Louis Burt. Cleared by Trumpet King. Back up to Isaac. Cleared again. We're going to have extra time, I feel. The fans will be delighted. They're getting plenty for their money here. They're going to get an extra 30 minutes of this. And I'm sure everybody out there watching will be delighted to get another 30 minutes of this action. And it is 0-0. And there we have it. We're going to extra time, ladies and gentlemen. There will be a winner here today. It wasn't the most action-packed of games. You could see that both teams were nervous, and there were 5 shots between the two teams, 3 shots on target in the game. And we can only hope that extra time serves us up a treat. There was a combined 86 interceptions and 9 tackles in this game so far. And as you can see, defence is well on top here. And I've got the feeling, and it wouldn't have been the biggest stretch of my imagination to suggest that this game could go to penalties here. So let's go to extra time. Regardless of the way the game has been entertainment-wise, one thing we can say is somebody is going to win the cup. And that is a huge achievement regardless of how they play here tonight. Joe Axley probably going to go long to Gibbon, which is what happens. Doesn't find anyone. Louis Bert looks to cross. Doesn't quite happen though. There's going to be a lot of tired players out here because every player has been working very, very hard here tonight in this WAPES League Cup Final. Canino, Louis Bert. Back to Isaac. Takes his time. Nice bit of quality there. Louis Bert back heel. Little ding. Gibbon just wide. And that was the quality that we have been missing. And it has to be said, Isaac has looked very, very good all night long. And as you can see, he has had 31 attempted passes this evening, completing an impressive 20 of those passes. He has been instrumental, really, in everything that Bette, Jalle have done this evening. Bash. Isaac. Good knockdown there. Ididicus. Plays it to Louis Bert. Looks for the lockdown. Empino, got to be careful there because Gibbon is coming, and Dredd claims the ball, plays it back to Canino, who goes all the way back to the keeper, which is wise in this situation. Both teams are nervous. The ball goes forward all the way to Ididicus, and that is a great ball there by the keeper, plays it back to Bash. Arafore up to Paco Scop. Dredd intercepts. Little back heel, nothing comes of it though. Goes for the tackle, completely misses. But that can't be helped because all these players out there are tired now after 97 hard minutes of football. Paco Scop. Dispossessed there by Dredd, who plays the long ball to Gibbon. Nods it down to Isaac. Lovely left field pass there. Bash has the ball on the left. Oh, lovely. Plays it back in and it's cleared. Louis Bert has the ball. Little dink. Looking dangerous here. Bette Jalle, 5 minutes to go. Canino dispossesses Fresh Like Me, who appears to be at the wrong end of the pitch. And Trumpet King tries to clear, but it's out for a throw-in. It's a throw-in here for Bette Jalle. Still dominating the game. Floats it into Gibbon. Doesn't get on the end of that though. Both defences still playing well. Dredd plays it to Ididicus. Going to take a pop. Left-footed. Deflected and it's a goal! Ididicus has scored in the 101st minute of this match. It's been a torrid affair, I'm not going to lie. But that was a long shot. Unfortunate deflection there. I think it was Ness. The ball's come off, but it's rolled past the keeper. And like I said earlier, you do have to be in it to win it. And Ididicus has taken the shot there. And sometimes you just have to risk it. You have to take a shot. You have to whip in across. And you will get what you deserve if you do that. And they have done here. And they are 15 minutes away from Cup glory. Isaac, Louis Bert, committing a few men more forward now by the looks of it. Suicide Squad. They know they need a goal. They know they've only got 15 minutes to do it. And Bette Jalle, Division 2 champions, are on the verge of something magnificent here. Canino floats it in. And Pino clears. And at half-time, it's Bette Jalle 1, Suicide Squad 0. And Suicide Squad have completed less than 50% of their passes this evening. And really have been played off the park by the Division 2 champions, Bette Jalle. They do, however, have 15 minutes to get back into this game. it would not surprise me or anybody to see Suicide Squad get back into this game, because they are a team that can really fight when they need to. 15 minutes, and it has to be said, Bette Jalle thoroughly deserving of this 1-0 lead. Both teams taking their time to come out for this last 15 minutes, and Bette Jalle, it will be a famous victory to be the first team to get their name on the cup. It will be historic for this team. They came over from FIFA, from the dark side. They were unfancied. They've had banter with the meme wars. People have been poking sticks at Bette Jalle, but they took it all in good humour. And the ultimate way of repaying everybody would be to win this final tonight. And nobody could begrudge them if they do it. Caesar plays it long, out of play, and it's another missed pass there for Suicide Squad. Dread sense. You get the feeling now that Bette Jalle just need to hold on and not have a rush of blood to the head, because they've been defensively excellent, really, for 2 games, and all they have to do is keep it up. But Kaiser, great through ball there to Fresh Like Me. Harm clears it for a corner. That was a lovely through ball. And Suicide Squad have come out and they know they have to do something, only leaving 2 players back. Joe Axley with a header. Oh, and it's cleared by Harm. Comes straight back out to Captain Jack. He's going to put in the cross. It's cleared by Bash. Isaac clears again to Louis Bird, who just plays it out wide. And that was definitely the best thing to do. But you can see that this game has now taken on a lease of life. Both teams were nervous, obviously, to concede the first goal. But now the Suicide Squad have conceded. They look like they've come out and they mean business for this last 15 minutes of this game. Bash clears it long. Unsurprisingly, Empino with a bad touch, but he's recovered the ball there. But nearly intercepted by Canino. Giban. Really, Bette Jalle just have to control this ball like they have been doing for most of this match, and they're going to win this game. Isaac wasn't fouled. Referee was on there. Canino comes with a slide. And he's taken him out. Oh, he's an ugly player. Some would say that's a professional foul, but oh, he's been sent off. He's been sent off as a second yellow there for Canino, who is now going to be watching from the stands with trepidation and hoping that it doesn't come back to haunt him. Kaiser shoots. Deflected. And it's a corner, I think, for Suicide Squad, who need something from it. No, it's a goal kick. And Bette Jalle will obviously be very nervous with 10 minutes to go here. 1-0 up in the cup final. Rick clears long to Giban, who peeled off on to the fullback. But Paco Scott has it. Going down the line. Plays it in. Looking for Kaiser. Nichio clears very, very long. And this game all of a sudden has got very, very nervy, and rightfully so. Fuma, Terry James, the keeper, hits it very, very, very high. They're looking for runners. Isaac punts it into the stadium back wall. Trumpet King with a throw, going to throw it long. Plenty of players here for Suicide Squad. Louis Burt clears again. They're 5 minutes away from this famous victory, and the ball comes off the back of Sid there. And in a quality moment of Konami-esque football, the ball has gone out for a throw for Bette Jalle. 5 minutes to go. The clock has been stopped starting here for the last 5 minutes as the ball has gone out of play numerous times. And that is a lovely ball to spread the play to Fresh Like Me. Cesarian plays it forward to Kaiser. Tries the first pass to Trumpet King, but it goes out of play. And Bette Jalle are going to have another chance to clear it. You nearly feel that Bette Jalle should be leaving at least one man up just so they've got somebody to chase and harry the Suicide Squad defence if they do have the ball. And Kaiser shoots. Nichio clears it long. Oh, that's a great clearance, because that's going to burn away some time as nobody's got in the end of it. And I thought Kaiser then was going to equalise as the ball fell to him in the box. But, again, Bette Jalle defending hard, defending in numbers. Nietzsche, why didn't Suicide Squad do this earlier in the game? It makes you in. Tropic King plays it across. Nietzsche clears. And Bette Jalle are the first champions of the WAPES League Cup. It was 2 games that were pretty torrid, truth be told, but they will not care how the games went, because in 20 years' time, people will not say the game was boring, the game was bad. They'll say your name is on the cup, and that is written in history. And to be fair, the first game, Bette Jalle didn't really perform, but the second game, Bette Jalle came out as a very, very aggressive team, and they dominated the proceedings, and they got everything they deserved. They did deserve to win the second leg, and win they did. And they're the champions, and their captain, Joe Axley, will be delighted, and their team have had a fantastic run this season, winning Division 2 and then winning the Cup in the same season. Double winner, chicken dinner. And as you can see by the stats, Suicide Squad had 1 shot on target in that second game and barely completed 90 passes over 120 minutes of football. Man of the match goes to Ididicus. And it was a good game. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your evening. That's all from us here. And Bette Jalle are the first WAPES League Cup runners. And of course, don't forget to donate. Buy me a coffee. Steve on PES.